Hello everyone, welcome to Pastry Art Virtual Summit 2025. This is ChefArvind, Director of Academics and co-founder at Whitecaps International School of Pastry. I'm also the brand ambassador for Calamansi chocolates in India. I've got a beautiful entremet pairing which has exciting recipes of lemon cremo, coconut Dacquoise, coconut streusel, blueberry yogurt mousse and the Glaze. Also, it has got an amazing, exciting chocolate decoration on the top which will blow your heart. So many elements are there and they all complement each other so well. So let's start with the coconut Dacquoise. What is Dacquoise? Is made with egg white and it's interesting sponge, gives you very good flavor with the fruit. So what is the twist? I'm using it coconut in this and it becomes a coconut Dacquoise. The amount of desiccated coconut is very important because if you exceed, the sponge can get dry. For this, you can check out the recipe, how much I have used. So to make this recipe, what do you need is desiccated coconut, almond powder or almond meal. Now we have sugar, breakfast sugar, we have flour. Flour is very little, icing sugar and egg white. It's important you keep your egg white 1 day old. This makes a beautiful finish of the sponge. Now we will begin with egg white and we will start whisking slowly. If you whisk slow, you create a small bubble which is more stable and the meringue becomes more stable too. Egg white and next is breakfast sugar. Breakfast sugar or castor sugar is same. If you are thinking where the flour will go, that also can go together with almond meal. While the meringue is getting its textures right, what we can do, we can collect all the ingredients in big glass bowl. So I have added almond flour and a flour. Then we have icing sugar and at last desiccated coconut. Then we mix this ingredient using a whisk. This is the simplest recipe. So go slowly, do not over whip because over whipping can cause protein and water to separate. Now it's a soft and it works good. Now we have a dry ingredients and we can fold together. We need to follow these steps into 3-4 smaller batches. So don't add all the dry ingredients together. Then we go for next. I'm showing you the texture of the coconut Dacquoise should be this. Over drying is a problem. In fact, if it is liquid is also going to be a problem. And now we are ready to pipe. I've also used Silpat. I have used 5-inch ring and I've done the demarcation of where I need to start piping it. We can take some icing sugar for dusting on the top. It helps to create a good caramelization on the top of the Dacquoise. For baking now, you can use the convection oven. Convection is the best for baking Dacquoise. The temperature will be 170 degrees centigrade. Now our beautiful sponge is ready and you can just see the way it looks. Very clean, very light color, has to be golden color. It also has rested for about 15 minutes and to demold, I'll just flip the whole thing. It's a beautiful texture. Now we are going to make coconut streusel. For recipe, I have taken desiccated coconut, almond meal, breakfast sugar, refined flour and butter. I've also got white chocolate that will help us to recompost our streusel, which I will show you after baking of this crumble. The process is very simple for making crumble. We all need to take dry ingredients, all the dry ingredients in KitchenAid, and using paddle attachment, we can start mixing it. Once all the dry ingredients goes to KitchenAid, what we can do, we can start adding butter. Do remember your butter has to be absolutely chilled. As I mentioned, this will help you to avoid gluten formation and crumble will remain crunchy. This is, we have a coconut sablé. You can make cookies out of it or you can use it for the crumble, but it's ready now. And what we will do, we can just grate using it grater. So that's will make a crumble and then we rest in the chiller for 15 to 20 minutes. So the crumble is ready on the tray. Baking time for this crumble is 150 degrees centigrade at 0 moisture. I love to bake twice, first for 15 minutes and then next again for 5 minutes. And now I'm back with beautiful streusel. So it's important the crumble is baked, and now we use white chocolate. What white chocolate does, it helps to retain the moisture and the crumble does not get soggy. Now that's a recomposition, mixing with white chocolate and crumble. Now at this stage your crumble should be cold and the chocolate should be warm. When I say warm, it's about 45 degrees centigrade, and do it very gently. Now our crumble is ready and sponge is also baked. What we can do, we can take the sponge, we can use our cutter, and we can also press this. While pressing it, this will give you a boundary where the crumble can be dropped. But you can choose the quantity of the crumble. For 5 inch, I'm using it about 80 gram, and that should be sufficient. We can keep this in freezer for 15 to 20 minutes. Now it's time to make citrus cremo. And for citrus cremo, I have used calamansi from Boiro, oranges, butter, egg yolk, whole egg, gelatin, and sugar. You just need to make like a ongle or custard. To begin with, we can take whole egg and egg yolk together, mix with breakfast sugar, and meanwhile we can start boiling our citrus juice. Once the juice is boiled, we pour over egg mix. We sieve this and bring it back to the saucepan and cook up to 80 degrees centigrade. Once completed, cool it down to 60 degrees centigrade, and then we add bloom gelatin. Once the bloom gelatin is melted, we cool it down to 40 degrees centigrade and we emulsify with chilled butter. You remember the temperature, because for emulsification, the temperature is the most important. Cremo or the ongle of orange has to be around 40 degrees centigrade and the butter has to be chilled, and then we emulsify. While we emulsify, we do not create bubbles. It has to be a smooth emulsion. And now our crumble and sponge is absolutely frozen and it's ready. What we can do, our cremo is almost ready, and assembling we will start only when our mousse is done. Now what we can do, we can just take this and we are just going to keep on top of it. So that's how the assembling has to happen. The crumble has to be on the bottom and the sponge has to be on the top. So you can see the way it's coming out. For total amount, I have taken 150 grams. Now it's time to make blueberry mousse, and that's very interesting recipe. We will start by taking Elevia cream and whipping it. While we whip this mousse, the whipped cream has to be very soft peak. The bowl has to be chilled at 4 degrees centigrade. But interesting ingredient in this dessert is yogurt. Dairy whipped cream 35%, blueberry puree, breakfast sugar, and bloom gelatin. We will take first blueberry. We will heat it up to 50 to 60 degrees centigrade. We'll add sugar. Once the sugar is dissolved, we'll bring back to 50 to 60 degrees centigrade once again. We will add bloom gelatin. Once bloom gelatin is completely melted, we can add yogurt and bring the whole temperature up to 18 degrees centigrade before we fold with whipped cream. Once everything is melted, now it's very important we follow the right temperature and we bring the whole mix up to 18 degrees centigrade before we fold whipped cream. And now our mousse is ready. Fold gently, fold in 3 different steps. Do not add all whipped cream all together. We are going to work on our glaze. For glaze cooking, we will start by adding water in saucepan. We will add sugar and we will wait until sugar is completely melted. Once sugar is melted, we will add liquid glucose. We'll just give one boil. After liquid glucose, we can add condensed milk and we will give one more boil. Once everything is done, we can add neutral glaze followed by white chocolate. While adding white chocolate, make sure the temperature is not more than 70 degrees centigrade. Once white chocolate is melted, we will add bloom gelatin and later we can add purple color. Since everything is done, we should blend this, and while blending, one blend is definitely has to be the temperature at 45 to 50 degrees centigrade. I'm using such a simple mold and our insert is ready. Now it's time to just assemble everything and keep it back to the freezer. I'll use the blast freezer to do it fast. So our blueberry assembly is ready now. Looks stunning. The mousse looks so nice. There's a crumble, there's a Dacquoise, everything is ready. And now we are going to keep this in blast freezer. Once it is frozen, we will glaze this creation. And it's time to make beautiful chocolate garnish. We will use stencil to show cross section of lemon on the top of the cake. Now our cake is ready, absolutely frozen. It's around -35 degrees centigrade. And we are ready to do demolding part. And such a beautiful finish. See this? It's perfect. The temperature of the mousse, the emulsion, everything has come out so good. Now what we need to do is, we just hold it here. While we do this, we can just remelt and check if the glaze is perfect. The temperature of the glaze has to be 32 to 34 is absolutely okay to do glazing. While you do this blending, ensure you do not have any bubbles. If it is there, you handle in such a way that emulsification can kill all the bubbles present in glaze. We just need to ensure glaze is everywhere around, and to get a better thin finish, we can also just do it gently. And now this is ready, and what we can do, we can just keep this inside, and we can use some desiccated coconut to just finish it on the side. This also helps to control the drizzle or setting point for at the edge of the cake. Once the cake is ready, you should keep this cake in the chiller at least for half an hour or 1 hour, and we can actually use our chocolate decoration on the top. This is simplest yet amazing and exciting creation if you love blueberry. Do try by yourself and you will love it. This is Chef Arvind signing off, and thank you for watching.